Welcome. This video is going to show you how to implement Google in-app billing in your HTML5 or JavaScript app using the xcelapp hybrid API. Let's have an overview of in-app billing. Here's a definition from Google. In-app billing is a Google Play service that lets you sell digital content from inside your applications. You can use the service to sell a wide range of content, including downloadable content such as media files or photos, virtual content such as game levels or potions, premium services and features, and more. You can use in-app billing to sell products such as standard in-app products, one-time billing, or subscriptions, recurring, or automated billing. Okay, so xcelapp allows you to implement what we call IAB easily from JavaScript. A few lines of JavaScript code is all it takes, so let's see how. First, before you really use in-app billing, you have to set it up. It's really quite easy. xcelapp.com provides links to Google's how-to, and it's really straightforward. But the basic thing to know is that after you create your product, you have a key available to you. Also, when you create a product, the name of the product is sometimes referred to as the SKU, SKU, and that really is like a product ID. This identifies your product in the Play Store, and here's the basic steps that you need to follow. First, you initialize in-app billing. You can query if the user has purchased your product already. If so, you can take actions such as unlocking parts of your app that only users that have purchased your app can see. And if you want the user to purchase your app, you can provide a choice in your app that will link to your in-app billing code in JavaScript, and then just call our API. Let's look at the API that lets you do these things. First, initializing in-app billing. Here we have a function, set up billing, and there's a callback here that comes into this particular function just to make it flexible. And the API you use is init IAB, and we give it your key. That is the key that you've obtained from the Google Play Store. And you give it a callback, where to go after the initialize call has been completed. Right? So callback is a JavaScript function that will be given control after the initialize function has completed. Here's an example of the callback. Okay. If the initialize function completes normally, then it will have a value of OK in the result parm. So here we can see if result is not equal OK, we're going to put up an alert, IAB error, cannot initialize in-app billing because of, in result we'll have the reason why you couldn't. Now let's look at how to query IAB to see if a product has been purchased. Here we're going to query for a product. I've got a little JavaScript function here, and this code is all available on xcelapp in the demo. This is from the demo app itself. So here's a JavaScript function called query purchases. API we're using is IAB query. Your product ID, again from the Play Store, and you give it a callback where to go when the query has been finished. When the query finishes, the callback is invoked, and we have one parameter. I'm calling it is purchased here, and that will contain true or false. Okay. If the user has already purchased this particular product, it will contain true. If not, false. Now let's see how to use the IAB purchase API. Got a JavaScript function in here called make purchase. Okay. And the API we use is IAB purchase. And in here you can see I've hard-coded a particular product ID, and this is how you actually test in-app billing. You just give it this product ID, android.test.purchased, and Google Play will understand that and just provide a test purchase for you. Okay? But generally you would have your own product ID in here, the callback where to go after you make the purchase, and something called consumed. Do you want this purchase to be consumed or not? We'll go into that in the next slide. Okay? If everything's okay, the result parm will contain okay. Right. So let's take let's have a little discussion on what consumes means. When you allow the user to purchase, you supply a boolean in the API to indicate consume or not. If consume is set to true, then the user can buy this product over and over again. For example, in a game, the user might continually buy lives, etc. For a subscription or a one-time purchase, you would supply false for consumed. Okay, so that is the difference. So in summary, it's a simple to use API, really a couple of lines of JavaScript. Gives you an awful lot of function here for in-app billing. You don't have to work it out. All you really have to do is register your product and get the key, and we've provided you links to Google's how-to and how to do that. Okay. Keep in mind your product name or ID is called the SKU, the SKU. You might see that referenced in documentation. And just determine the type of purchase you're going to make or allow to be made. Right? You need to determine if you should consume the purchase or not, depending on what your product is. One-time subscription, or the user can buy over and over. So that's it. That's a brief intro to IAB. For more information, you can visit the website, xcelapp.com. We've got full API documentation there, examples, and you can download the sample app, of course, from there. Okay. Thanks very much for your time. Goodbye.